how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ass Hat Podcast here on YouTube, baby. I gotta admit, I love me some YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube in my room when I'm doing stuff. I'm on computer, and so I put YouTube on and a lot of channels. I mean, I was inspired to do this by a bunch of different channels. I love them. I'm gonna throw this out there right now. If you enjoy comics like I do, yes, there's Cartoonist Kayfabe, which is a great channel. But there's one out there that I don't think gets the acclaim it deserves. And this guy produces some great stuff. And good enough stuff that I joined his Patreon. I'm not real big on Patreon. I mean, I was part of the Patreon for the King of Wrestling podcast for a short while, just to show solidarity. I'm part of the podcast. I joined it like the cheapest tier. And it was mostly just because, hey, what the hell, I'll do it. It's $30 a month. Well, I dropped that recently just because they weren't producing. We're not able to produce a special episode a month like we could, just because the other host, he's busy. But the comic I went on to talk about, it's called Jerk Comics, and the guy refers himself as Uncle Jerk. This guy's probably close to my age. I'm guessing he's in his 40s. If you're in your 30s, dude, I'm sorry. I'm guessing you're in your early 40s. Puts out like one video a week, and he goes in depth. And he does a lot of good interviews, like Don Chen. He's done William Messner-Loebs. He's done Dave Orbach. He does really good stuff, and his Patreon is extremely cheap. Like, I did the $3 level and get access to all kinds of stuff. I really enjoy your stuff, man. And go check him out. But what we got here is this Baby Snoots and Uptite Mouse. That's Baby Snoots, that's Uptite Mouse. It's 25 cents from Gold Key, and this is going to be 70-something, I'm guessing. 74, published quarterly, so 4 times a year. I love these patches. I get quite a few of these. I definitely like the gas mask one. I like the Cobra one. I like the Onk. I like the Beat Beat Roadrunner and the Wile E. Coyote. The Flash Core and the Chopper, the Skull and Crossbones, Popeye Felix. This is a quarterly original series from Gold Key? Yeah, Gold Key. Besides their license, they had some original series that were not, the superhero stuff they were meant for. They had some kids based on. This is just about a family elephant. You had the mom and dad, and you had Baby Snoots. And Uptite Mouse, and they just have little adventures. Disney can play characters here. I remember seeing these ads, and these things now are hard as fuck to come by. Look, there's Brer Rabbit. You don't see a lot of Song of the South. And back then, you saw more Song of the South stuff than you do now. It's just the adventures of this little baby elephant. Uptight Mouse Tails. Substitute Genie. Decent art, man. It's nothing spectacular, but I've seen way worse art. Like on some of these Charlton kits, I've seen some real bad. Load yourself up to full poster size. Oh, man. Custom watch face. I would love to do that now. Decalomania. Incense Magic. Citing exotic incense for a fraction of its real worth. Invite your friends over for a haunting. It's a record with creepy sounds. Like 88 mini posters for 65 cents. And then we got, was that Gandalf products? Oh, I've never seen that one. And of course, we got a Roach. Kids, Roach designs are now available as iron-on transfers. And there's so much, just passing through with Mr. Natural. That's what it's a kids kind of like Coors beer and the Black Power Fist, which I love. Keep on Trucking, Budweiser. I always told somebody, because I don't think I've ever mentioned this. I am, through my mother, it's a Caucasian, white, and Native American that we know. Through my father, though, because the Cox family kind of like went all over the place. We got Spanish, we got Korean, we got, Caucasian, a little bit of everything. So I joked for years I wanted to have a big leather jacket on the back, have the Black Power Fist, but instead of the black fist, it'd be like kind of tan fist. It'd say Soul Power spelled, like Seoul, Korea. And everybody told us, that's pretty fucking funny, but you would catch shit for that. And yeah, I would. So 69 cents or 75 cents if you just want one. And look at all these posters and stuff. That's what blows my mind, man. Gold Key, which was marketed towards kids, had stuff in there that definitely went, kid friendly. Well, I wouldn't say not kid friendly, but not stuff kids would be into. Maybe thinking all the parents are reading it to them. And that's what, a lot of stuff like this, my mom would buy them and read them to me. Because I can clearly remember a cover of a Daffy Duck comic where he's standing on like some water skis and he's got like little model planes each end. He's using it to propel them around a lake. And I remember my favorite of all those back when I was a kid was Super Goof. Goofy had these peanuts he'd eat, and he'd get super house and became Super Goof. And I love superheroes, I love Goofy, so Super Goof was great to me. And that's the sad thing is all this Whitman and Gold Key stuff, I don't know who the fuck owns it now. But this ain't gonna come back. So when I find stuff like this, especially if it's cheap, I paid $1 or less for this. I took a chance. It's not bad, and this will end up going in somebody's Newt crate one day that I know has kids. Okay, you got kids, comic for your kid. I'm out, everybody. Remember, if you enjoyed it, give me that thumbs up. Leave a comment. For comments, tell me what comics, if you have kids, what comics are they reading, or what comics did you read as a kid? My generation seems like a lot of us were like Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers. Maybe Star Trek, maybe Battlestar Galactica. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars were the big ones. And you look into it, Star Wars saved Marvel. Marvel's not doing good. Star Wars did great from G.I. Joe was a huge sell. Like, never was a big sell at the comic shops, but like on newsstands, whoo. And it's weird because that was the stuff like when I was heavy into comics, like towards the end of my high school years, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Star Wars comics weren't worth shit. Besides that first issue of Star Wars, they weren't worth shit. They were considered cheap bin fodder. And now, because people realize, especially like the last few issues of all three of the series are hard as hell to find. In person, I have only ever seen 3 copies of the final issue of G.I. Joe. 2 of them were slabbed at a convention. One of them, a buddy of mine had in his collection. But he also had the last issue of Transformers, and I should have got it off of him. He was collecting everything for continuity at the time, and I should have got some continuity stuff and traded him, but I didn't. Who knew at the time? Kind of like how back then, Miracle Man from Eclipse. So I was like, wanted first commission? I wasn't worth shit. Nobody wanted them. And now, even with the reprints, they're a bitch to find. And they go for way more than they should. I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. All the other shit I've already done my spiel. I ran it at the end there. Laters.